like to feature local local authors, and today is no different. But these local authors came all the way from Woodstock, Illinois to be on the show. And we really so appreciate. I would like to welcome Emily Kaplan and JD Kaplan. Welcome to the show. Woodstock, I think, is still considered local because it is in Illinois. So what the heck, right? Yeah, right. Just barely. Let's find out a little about yourselves first. If you would introduce yourself again and tell us your genre and just a little bit about yourself. And ladies first, Emily.
Okay. Well, my name is Emily Kaplan, and I go by EM or M. I actually go by Elizabeth too, which is my older sister's name. I've been called that my whole life. I write mysteries, and I call them uncozy and unculinary because the main character is a food critic, but she can't eat because her stomach is messed up. So unculinary, she loves food, and uncozy because they're grittier.
They're grittier then. Yes, if you don't know, cozy mysteries, you have no graphic sex, you have no graphic violence. And when we say that, we lose all the men's attention in the audience. So these are not cozy. Can you give us the titles?
The first one is called The Bride Wore Dead, and it's set in Arizona.
Cute title.
Thanks. And the second one is Dim Sum Dead Sum, and it's set in San Francisco, Chinatown.
Okay. Now, do you have a publisher?
I don't. I'm an indie author or self-published.
Okay, wonderful. And that seems to be more and more now because
more and more.
They do nothing for you except collect their side of the money, right? They really do. Unless you're, a big author.
Right.
That's different. Okay, JD, how about you?
I'm JD Kaplan. I write urban fantasy, which is fantasy novels set in the modern time. There's no dragons or elves. It's more based in mythology. And this one is Waking Dreams. It was my first book. And this is Scary Girls. This is my second book. Am I putting this in the right place?
And what kind of fantasy do you get in modern times if you don't have dragons and stuff? What is it?
The basic premise of my books are that there's two worlds that are next to each other. One of them is the dream side and one is the waking world. And one is the place you go to when you have dreams. And so there's an interaction between these two worlds that there's a lot of magic that crosses over between the two. And I tend to use some common myth rather than making stuff up off the top of my head in terms of I have some fae in there and some Irish mythos kind of show up and things like that. So.
Okay. All right. Now, what came first? You were both writing or interested in writing, or your marriage came first and then you got interested in writing?
I've been writing since I was a kid.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So that was just incidental to what was just another.
I have a master's in creative writing from Arizona, and he has an undergrad creative writing degree from Illinois. So we both, I don't know what it counts for to be formally schooled in writing. If you don't write, you just have to write to be a writer.
It's true. Very true. Very true. Well, did you ever think of collaborating on a book together?
We kind of made a pass at it a few times on not entire books, but on shorter things.
Shorter stories.
We didn't have. It wasn't that we didn't have much luck. It's just we're in different places in terms of what we want to write.
I can't work with you.
No, there's that.
I was just going to say, is this going to upset the marriage?
We're beta readers or early readers for each other's stuff. Yeah. And when I read his first book, I thought, oh man, he just killed the wife. What does that mean? So.
Yeah.
Oh, see?
My mom read it too, and she said, "Did you just kill Emily?"
How do you feel about
it's not me. It's not her.
Isn't that something? Yeah, but people do act that way about your book, like everything's real, right? Yours is a series, Emily, or it will be a series, or?
There's two so far, and you can read them standalone. Either one first.
Okay.
But they do have the same characters, the
Okay.
same main character especially.
All right. And if people wanted to get them, number one, of course, the library, right?
Right.
Would have them. And
Right.
then where else could they get them?
Amazon.com, they're on Kindle. And this one, actually, I'm really proud to say is in audiobook format, too.
Really?
So,
Wow.
yeah.
How did you do that?
I went to a website called acx.com and actually auditioned actors.
Wow. So you're not reading it?
No.
No, somebody else is reading
It's
your
very,
book.
it's very professional. It's very.
How did you feel when, you know,
Well,
you heard it?
the narrator's name is Sunny Lou,
Books on tape
Oh.
are great.
and she is really good at deadpan. Sarcasm, a little flat tone, and she's very excellent. And as soon as I heard her voice, I knew that she was the right
Choose
person.
the right person. And so you have input.
Yes,
Oh.
yes. She sent me bits and pieces, and it was really good.
Okay. And now how about your books? Have they,
They're also available on Amazon, Kindle, and paperback.
Okay.
It's really all there at this point.
okay. And Kindle means you can have it on your ebook.
Yeah, ebook
Yeah,
format.
if people don't know that. Okay. Do you have websites?
I do.
Okay, and what is your website? dear?
Mine is www.justthemwords.com, and M is EM for me.
Oh, how cute. And yours?
www.thedreamside.com.
Oh, okay, so it's all related to what you're doing over there. Now, what are you working on right now?
I've switched genres for just
Oh.
a moment, and I am writing a follow-up book to this one, which is actually an epic fantasy. So it does have monsters and sword fights and.
Well, I've got monsters. I got those.
My monsters.
Just not elves.
Aren't you glad you're between them?
I'm gonna fight soon. So I'm writing the second book to Unmasked, and the second one will be called Unbroken, and it's a series with a big story arc.
I see. And is it in modern times or in
No, it's more like pre-industrial, almost industrial.
Oh, okay. How long does it take you to write a book?
Usually about 4 months.
Really? Woo.
Yeah, we each have full-time jobs too, so
Yeah,
we're
that's...
a little crazy.
Well, how do you spend your time then? I mean, do you sit down every single day and make sure to write so much?
I try to write 1,000 words a day. This is the goal.
And how about you, JD? Do you also write every day? And,
Yeah, I can't write at home. She's really good at writing wherever she is,
Oh.
but I have to go somewhere. So I take my
Really?
headset and I go, my headphones and my laptop, and I go to Starbucks, and I do it every day at lunch. I'll miss a day here and there, but I try to make sure it's every day if I can help it. And I generally will write for an hour or two over lunch. I have a very flexible job.
do you outline?
You know, it's not. I don't really outline so much as I kind of think the whole thing through in my head and try to get. You want to know where you're going, but the minute I start actually writing, it's all up in the air again.
Yeah.
You never really know where you're going to
Change
go.
things. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I know on my first book, I changed the ending completely of what I thought it was going to be at the beginning, and
Yeah.
it does happen. It does happen that way. You have any final comments?
Thanks for having us. It's been a lot of fun.
Well, listen, you do belong to a professional organization, Sisters in Crime, where I
Where
met
we
you many
met.
times.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Well, thank you for coming that great distance, my goodness gracious. And I think it is so cute that you're JD and she's EM. I mean, that's just so clever. That's cute. I think you should collaborate on something.
We could try. We might need some counseling.
Okay, and with that,
I thought
what
a
else?
referee or
What else can we say? Okay, your website one more time, dear,
www.justthemwords.com.
and yours, JD.
www.thedreamside.com.
Okay, good luck in the future. Hope you get many, many, many more books out there. Thank you for
Thank
coming
you.
again.